it's Daisy. So today we're going to go ahead and do a few Christmas DIYs. To start off with, I picked up 2 of these reindeers from Dollar Tree, and we're going to go ahead and make them into cute farmhouse decor. This is cute, but it definitely doesn't match the theme that I'm going for this year, so I wanted to go ahead and revamp it and turn it into my theme. So you are going to need 1 or 2 of these. I picked up 2 because I like to have at least 2 of everything. So that is 100% up to you guys. You're also going to want to pick up 1 of these little acorns from the Dollar Tree. I love that it's got a mixture of the different sizes, and we're going to use this to embellish our little reindeers. I also picked up 1 of these little basically decorative clips. I'm not going to be using the clip in this, and you can use this for so many DIYs. And we're going to go ahead and incorporate this into our little reindeers. And then in addition to that, I brought the packaging so you guys can see it. It's jute twine. It comes with 2 of this color and then a green one. And I'm going to go ahead and use some of what I have remaining from an old pack. So I really hope you guys enjoy my DIYs for this upcoming holiday season. I really hope you love it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Please don't forget to show me love by giving me a thumbs up. It means the world to me, and it shows my content to other people. So hit that notification bell so you know every time that I upload. And also, please have a beautiful and blessed day. And let's have some fun and get into crafting. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and start off by removing the tinsel from our little reindeer. If you want to reuse the tinsel, go ahead and be very careful and pull that off. I did start off by being careful, but eventually I went ahead and just removed it using my scissors. You're also going to get to the point where you're going to want to get rid of the embellishments, including the gem eyes and the antlers. Oh, na, na. You back. Oh, what's going on your mind? You know what's on mine. Baby, I'm feeling physical. Shortly after you're almost done, it does come in apart in 2 pieces, but don't worry, it literally clips right back together. We still want to get it to the bare core so that we can move on and proceed to the following steps. Once we are done taking it apart, we're going to go ahead and just clip our little reindeers back together. Once we have done both of our little guys and put them back together, we're going to go ahead and start by taking our jute twine, and the jute twine is now going to be used to wrap around the form so that we have a nice farmhouse modern little reindeer. I can't wait for you guys to see the end result. He is so cute. There is literally no wrong or right way to go ahead and wrap your reindeer. That is 100% up to you. Quite honestly, I just started off with the head and then I moved over to the body. But really just take your time, and you could use as much or as little twine as you want, depending on how much coverage you want to go ahead and give your specific reindeer. But you're literally going to repeat this quite a bit until the form is completely covered with your jute twine.
Let's run away. running on an empty tank, but we're filling up anyway. You can drive the getaway, let's get away. Don't care where we go, we won't let anybody know. Now we're getting close, it got me falling like dominoes. I want to get in your head.
When your reindeer is sufficiently covered, you are literally going to go ahead and finish him off exactly how you started him by just adding just a tiny bit of glue and hot glue to keep the little jute twine in place. And that, my dear, is all you need to have your cute little reindeer finished. We are going to go ahead and take the next step, which is going to be to take some brown paint, and we're going to go ahead and give it a coat to the antlers so that we can go ahead and continue with our rustic farmhouse reindeer. If you want to keep them silver, you certainly can, but I really think that this step just gives it that rustic, really naturey vibe that I absolutely love, and I think you guys will too.
Let's run away, all we have is time to waste. A paradise in the Palisades, it's our chance to get away. Let's get away. I want to get in your head, baby, it's just our secret. I know just
Once we have coated our little antlers, we're going to go ahead and grab the little bells that used to be attached to the reindeers, and we're also going to go ahead and give them a little bit of that brown paint so that we can go ahead and also make them look rustic as well. If you want to leave them gold, you're more than welcome to, but again, it's just a matter of preference, and we're going to let everything dry and get ready for the next step. All right, and next up, we're going to go ahead and proceed by embellishing our little reindeer. We're going to go ahead and add the eyes, just a little glob of glue, and then just put them where you want them to be. And once we have that, we're going to go ahead and re-add and attach his little antlers and make him start coming back to life. Alright guys, next up, I went ahead and took some of this, oh goodness, I can't remember the name of it, raffia. Anyway, I'm not sure, but you're going to go ahead and give him like a little collar, if you will. It's not really a collar because I'm making it into a little bit of a bow. We're basically going to add some embellishments, some dimension to him, and I think this just makes him look so cute.
I don't know why the wind that blows ain't ever at our back, or the road that we're rolling on ain't ever flat. It turns and it twists, don't know what the answer is.
Alright guys, the next step, you're going to go ahead and take your dollar store pick, and you're going to basically decide what embellishments you want to add to your reindeer to give him some dimension and just add that little bit of pizzazz. I went ahead and added as much as you can see here, and then I decided that I wanted to still add a little bit more, so I went ahead and took this little baggie of pine cones and I added the teeny ones because I thought it just looked so cute, and I went ahead and added the bell that he had originally there, and that concludes my little reindeer. So we're gonna go ahead and repeat the process on the other one, and you guys, this project turned out so cute. I absolutely love my little basically modern farmhouse rustic reindeers. Are so cute, and believe it or not, it doesn't end there. I went ahead and decided that I wanted to take more of that brown paint, and we're gonna go ahead and paint his little feet, his little tail, and his little ears, just to give him that finished store-bought look.
When the dreams don't dream and the songs don't try. This life's gonna be unfair sometimes, but you got me. When the pieces don't fall together, when you wish.
All right, guys, and just like that, we have our completed and absolutely gorgeous, very modern farmhouse, a rustic little reindeers. I think this fits my decor so much better than the tinsel that they originally came with. I really hope you're enjoying these DIYs for the upcoming holidays. I can't wait for you guys to see where I place them on these upcoming videos where you're going to see me decorate for the holidays. So please make sure to stay tuned. If you know anybody that may love this content, don't forget to share it. It means the absolute world to me. And let's go ahead and get into our next project. Thanks, guys. Alright, guys, and for our second project, we're going to go ahead and take one of these wreath forms in the shape of a candy cane from Dollar Tree. And in addition to that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the different picks that we want. Dollar Tree has so many to pick from, and it really depends on how much embellishment you want to do. I already have this burlap ribbon, but it was originally purchased from Dollar Tree. It's just some that I had left over that I want to go ahead and use. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this fleece scarf, also from Dollar Tree, because it matches my theme for this year. Here's another one of those beautiful picks from Dollar Tree. And again, you don't have to use too many embellishments. I kind of pick and choose as I go. I love that Dollar Tree has these different signs. This one says peace, joy, or believe. So we're going to go ahead and decide once we get it all put together which one we're going to go with. And then this is left over from our reindeers, so I may use some of this. Again, just showing you possibilities, but you can do anything you'd want depending on what you want your wreath to end up looking like. Next up, you're going to want to go ahead and take your scarf and remove any of the tags that come attached to it. And you're also going to want to remove the tassels since you're not going to need that. This is actually a part of the scarf that I had left over from the previous DIY that I had done. So if you wanted to use one scarf is enough to cover this entire candy cane form, but for this DIY I ended up using the remainder of this scarf and some of the new scarves. So you guys will see that in just a bit. You're going to want to go ahead and turn your form around, and you're going to go ahead and start by attaching the actual material to the form on the back side. So I decided that I thought it would look really cute to have it scrunched up, especially knowing that I had more than one scarf to do this. Now again, just to be 100% clear, only one scarf is needed, and you will see that even though I'm using the remainder of this one, I hardly use any of my second one, and you'll get to see here shortly how much this little bit covers of the actual wreath form. But go ahead and attach it with glue, and then you're literally going to wrap it around your form and in this scrunched up kind of way, and then you're going to be able to move it and get it adjusted the way that you like it based on how scrunched you want your actual wreath to look. So now I'm just going to go ahead and adjust how I want my candy cane wreath to look. I'm going to go ahead and just play with it until it's exactly how I wanted. And because I only had a partial amount of scarf, I went ahead and hot glued it where my scarf ends. And honestly, this probably would have been sufficient had I not scrunched it up as much, but I really like that look, so I'm just going with it. And now I'm going to take the second scarf and I'm going to do as before, remove the labels and the little tassels so that we can go ahead and basically start off where we left off. and you're basically going to go ahead and just start gluing this in the same spot where you finished off the first portion so that it looks seamless and perfect. And the best part about this wreath is whether you have a see-through door or a solid door like I do, it's going to look complete and finished on both ends. And because it is a fleece scarf, it's nice and soft, so it's not going to ruin or mess with your actual doors. So it's going to be very nice and cushy, and I'll show you how we're going to end up hanging this. But for the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it off the exact same way that I started it, which in this case I'm going to of course cut the excess because I have excess. If you don't worry about that part, and then just glue it down and finish it off and just adjust it to your liking. Now that we have the base of our form done, we're going to go ahead and take our burlap ribbon, and this of course, just like anything else for embellishments, is 100% up to you, and you can customize it however you like. I absolutely love burlap, and I love the look at it with this particular pattern. I think it gives it that modern farmhouse appeal, and it also just contrasts so well. So I'm going to go ahead and just tie this onto the wreath exactly where I want it to be. This is going to be the base of my wreath. Now I didn't glue this down because I want to be able to remove it if I ever wanted to change the embellishments. So that's an idea for you, but I tied it pretty tight so that it's going to be nice and secure. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this pick from Dollar Tree, and I decided that I did not want to glue the pick down to the actual wreath. In the event I ever wanted to change it up, all I have to do is slide it off instead of having to ruin this wreath form. So what I did is I went ahead and folded it, and then I tucked the little tail underneath the burlap. Now the burlap is on there super tight, and that way it's going to be a nice strong hold for me, and I will be able to remove this if I ever get bored of it or if I ever want to change it up, and that way it is not going to mess with my project at all. It'll be perfect for this year, and it's still something that I could customize and change for future years. And next up, we're going to go ahead and play around with the different picks that we have. This is going to be 100% up to you. You can customize it to your liking. I'm just playing around with what I have and deciding what I want to add to my actual candy cane wreath. This pick is one that I chose to just take a part of it off, a little piece, instead of adding the entire pick. But again, as I mentioned, you can do as much or as little as you want with your embellishments. Now from here on out, I am going to be gluing this to the actual burlap ribbon instead of attaching it to our base form or to our actual buffalo check material, because as I mentioned, if I ever want to change it, all I have to do is detach the actual burlap ribbon, and I can easily change the embellishments without having to mess with the project altogether and having to redo the form again. So that's just an idea. If you change your mind, or if you love it, then go ahead and glue it however you want. But again, I'm just kind of playing with it and showing you my take on how I like to do things in the event that I get sick of the burlap and I want to change the ribbon or change the embellishments altogether. But from here on out, it is all just customizing it to your liking. Once you get it exactly how you love it, I went ahead and took this pack of words from Dollar Tree, and I thought that the believe and the peace were a little too long for this particular project. So I went ahead and took the joy little sign, and I decided that it would look super cute if I added it on top of the little pine cones. And that way, like I said, if I ever wanted to change it up, all I have to do is remove the burlap and that whole embellishment section comes up. And to be honest with you, I love it so much that I don't know that I will ever change it. But again, I love creating projects that give you ideas on how you can make your own wreath look the way you want it to look. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get this glued down and finish up this gorgeous wreath. I absolutely love it, and I hope you do as well. I went ahead and added my beautiful wreath to my pantry door, and I absolutely love it, you guys. I think it is so perfect. I think the buffalo check is just perfect. It's a great contrast to my white door. The pops of red and green is just so festive, and the word joy. I mean, everything about it is so perfect, and I'm so obsessed with this project. Alright guys, we've made it to our very last DIY project. I love that part of DIYing is thinking outside of the box, and we are going to be using these double packs of door. They're not stoppers, they're like the blockers so that you don't make holes in your wall. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, you're also going to be using another pick from Dollar Tree, a Sharpie. You're also going to need a regular marker, and I will explain why you're going to need that as soon as we get right into the project. And this is going to have a spin on RAE DUNN, even though it's not fully RAE DUNN, of course. And then we're going to need some nautical rope from Dollar Tree. And lastly, we're going to need a little bit of twine, since we're going to go ahead and use that to hang our decorative little ornaments. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
It's a syndicate at night, blasting playpen in the daytime. Goosebumps rise at 9 and settle back down at sunrise. Cut the cord at noon and say you'll be back soon.
Alright guys, so once I've got all the packages open, I went ahead and attempted to remove the backing, and then I realized it wasn't going to be as easy as I had initially thought. But trust me, I have a perfect solution, so let's just keep going with the flow, and you'll see exactly what I mean in just a few moments. So first up, you're going to take your Sharpie pen, and you're going to write a word using the RAE DUNN font as much as possible, using a Christmas word. So the first one I decided to go with is the word joy. And I'm using my computer next to me to make sure that I get the font looking as close as possible to RAE DUNN as I can. Now, if you don't want to hand write it, another suggestion would be to just print it out on paper on your printer at home, and then all you have to do is Mod Podge that to the actual white stopper. Now this is what it looks like when you're up close. There's a few little grooves because the permanent marker does that. So I go over it and it makes it look much smoother and darker with a regular marker. So that's why I said you needed both of them. So here's where your creativity could really take off. Another thing, if you don't want to print and Mod Podge, I always say Mod Podge and I got corrected last time, Mod Podge this just a regular piece of paper. The other thing that you can do is you can use vinyl. You can get vinyl on Etsy. You can, if you have a Cricut or a silhouette, you can do that yourself. And this is where the solution comes from for this backing. First off, I went ahead and took my twine and I cut it into 6 different pieces since I'm creating a total of 6 ornaments. And we're going to go ahead and cut this twine so that we can glue it to the back of our ornament. We are then going to go ahead and proceed by putting just a small dab of glue, and we're going to add our little twine to the back of our little ornament. So once that is set in there, just make sure that it's upright so that the letters in the front aren't going to be upside down or side to side, if that makes any sense at all. And then we're going to go ahead and take our leftover material from our second scarf, and we're gonna go ahead and trace over 6 of these, and so that is how we're gonna fix the backing. And I actually really love it because you're gonna have a completed finished look to your ornament. So even if it turns when your tree is up, it doesn't matter, because it's either going to look like it's got the buffalo check, or you're going to have the knockoff RAE DUNN look-alike, if you will. So all you have to do is just cut this out, and this is going to be the back part of our ornament. And it's a perfect and fun fix for our little not being able to pull off the backing.
I love to hate you. Ooh, ooh. I don't like when you look at me directly in the eye with that perfect smile. And I don't like all the compliments you're always giving me. Is this even real? 'Cause I don't wanna be that girl falling.
All right, guys, and next up, we're going to go ahead and take our glue gun and put a nice generous amount, circle over that. We're going to pat down our material, and just like that, we're going to go ahead and attach it and then cut off the excess, which is actually super easy to do, and it's going to give you that nice clean look in the back, and it solves our little issue. And now we're going to go ahead and take the nautical rope, and with this nautical rope we're going to go ahead and go over our little white stopper, and that is going to give us the finished clean edges. Now if you prefer to use lace, or if you just have a different idea on how to do these edges, by all means use your creativity and do whichever you like. But this is exactly how I envisioned it and how I wanted my ornaments to look, so this is what I'm going with. But just like that, if you wanted to have it be very simplified, you can just go ahead and finish it. But I wanted to go ahead and embellish my little ornaments to add that extra Christmas pizzazz, and now you get to see how you take one little clip from Dollar Tree and just use the different little items to add just a little bit of oomph to your actual ornament. So really, you guys, again, just like everything that we've done, you're going to customize it to your personal liking, how you want it to look, and just go with your gut instincts and just make it as fabulous and as wonderful as you like. But all of these materials are reusable, and you're going to just repeat that process over and over again, and the front and the back is going to be nice and complete. And then you're going to basically repeat the exact same process by creating different words and finishing off all of the other ornaments.
Woman and I'm cold. Oh, I wanna go home alone. I wanna go home alone. Hey, oh, calling on my own. Oh, I wanna go home alone. I wanna go home alone. tasted like gold. Now that I'm older, wish somebody told you I don't wanna be friends no more. I don't wanna do the damn thing. Why we always gotta fight so much? Why we always stay angry? I don't wanna hide. No more second tries when you don't even try. I don't wanna do this damn thing. I wanna say, hey, oh, woman in them cold. Oh, I wanna go home alone. I wanna go home alone. Hey, oh, cooling on my own. Oh, I wanna go home alone. I wanna go home.
Since this video is already pretty long, I went ahead and just finished off the other ornaments. Now I went ahead and took some of that raffia again, and I'm creating little bows for the bottom of my ornaments just because I did handwrite these and some of them weren't centered correctly, but you know what, they're still really cute, and the raffia just adds that extra little pizzazz, and I really truly love the way that these ornaments turned out, and I hope you guys are really enjoying my DIYs today.
And I don't care for chasing it. I see how far I've come. I guess that wasn't enough. I wanna say, hey, oh, woman in them cold. Oh, I wanna go home alone. I wanna go home alone. Hey, oh, cooling on my own. Oh, I wanna go home alone. I wanna go home alone.
Alright guys, and since I don't have my Christmas tree up yet, I went ahead and put it on my living room tree. I know, I'm so funny, haha. Anyway, this is just so cute. I absolutely love the way it turned out. I hope I've given you lots of motivation. I hope you love my DIY projects. I know this video was really long, but it was long for a reason. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Don't forget to tag me if you go ahead and recreate any of my DIYs, especially on Instagram. Show me some love, share my content with anyone you think that might like it. And thanks again for tuning in. Much love. Bye guys.